Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Goodrich Chronicles. I'm your host, Anthony Goodrich. And today, this video is a test of what would you do if you were caught in a situation like this young woman was. Now, she works for the sheriff's department, right? So she works for the sheriff's department, and she's presented with a bank who has accidentally put over $1 million in her checking account. Okay? Now, I have questions that go through my mind, and I want to know, what would you do? Would you call the bank and tell them that they made a mistake and they put over $1 million in your account? Or would you take their money out and do what you want to do with it? I tell you what I would do, and I ain't gonna hesitate. I ain't calling them back and telling them jack. I ain't telling them nothing. And the minute I find out that it's in my bank account, you best believe I'm taking it out. Yep, I said it. I'm taking it out. I'm giving some away. I'm buying some things. I'm investing. That's what I'm doing. I don't give a damn about the IRS asking me where I got it from. They can kiss my ass. Anyway, I digress. But tell me, what would you do? Because I'm just curious. This doesn't happen to anybody every day. This woman works for the sheriff's department. Used to anyway. They fired her ass because she didn't come forth and turn the money in. So she got fired. And she still got the money. I think that she ended up returning some of the money, but she spent most of it. She even bought a house. She bought a house and an SUV. Okay? Now, legally, I don't think the bank got a leg to stand on unless she signed something that stated that if such mistakes were made, she would have to return the money. But if she didn't sign nothing like that, I don't think they got a leg to stand on. And I hope she get away with it. I really do. Anyways, check out this video. But I'm dying to know what you think.
Night courts asking the question, what would you do if you checked your bank account and suddenly found out you were a millionaire? That happened to a former Louisiana sheriff's dispatcher, and instead of notifying the bank, well, she quickly moved the cash into another account, used it to buy a home and an SUV. Kellen Spadoni, who you see here, was arrested for theft and tonight is facing a lawsuit from Charles Schwab after she ignored several of their attempts, they say, to contact her and get the money back. Night court is now in session with civil rights attorney Robert Patillo and criminal defense attorney Brian Claypool. Welcome to you both.
Thanks, Shannon.
Hey, Shannon.
Let's start here with Exhibit A. On February 23rd, Schwab meant to transfer $82.56 into a Fidelity brokerage account, services account, but the company instead transferred $1,205,619, court records said. So, Robert, is their mistake?
Is their mistake, but that does not mean you have a legal right to that amount of money. Even best case scenario, if you were able to keep it, good luck explaining to the IRS where $1.2 million came from and paying the taxes on that. This is no different than finding someone's wallet and deciding to keep it when they ask for it back. Or if a Brinks truck accidentally dropped money off at your door, it does not mean that you are legally entitled to it. There's legal precedents on it where people back in the old days would cash those publishers clearinghouse checks that came to your house and occasionally bank to allow the transaction to go through, but then later on when they figured out the funds were not there, they would reverse it. So though I understand that most people don't have sympathy for big banks in situations like this, you don't have a legal right to it and you're going to end up getting in more trouble than it's worth.
It sounds like she is right now, innocent until proven guilty, but facing a lot of charges. Exhibit B, then, we go to. The company argues in its lawsuit that Spadoni's account contract with Schwab, now this came from the Charles Schwab account, includes an agreement that if a client receives an overpayment of funds, the client is required to return the full amount. Brian.
Well, Shannon, first thing I'm going to do in the morning, I'm running over to Charles Schwab. I'm setting up my account there, and then fingers crossed, I get $1 million. Anyway, all kidding aside, last time I checked, we have a criminal court of law, not a moral court of law. And morally, this woman is incorrect, and she should do the right thing and transfer the money back. But the law is on her side, believe it or not, and I think it's going to trump that agreement that she signed, that she probably didn't even know what she signed, probably didn't even know what she read. But real quick, theft, felony theft is the charge. That means that this woman had to deprive money of someone else without their consent. Charles Schwab sent her the money, so that charge is going to get dropped. The last charge against her is bank wire fraud. Again, she has to show an intent to deprive Charles Schwab of money. Last time I checked, Charles Schwab made a mistake and sent the money to her. So in the real world, she might walk free and she might have $1.2 million and she might have a wrongful termination case against the sheriff's department for firing her. They shouldn't have done that.
Well, she's got a world of trouble to fight her way out of now. I mean, Brian, maybe she'll call you up. You are the defense attorney of all defense attorneys. You've made your case. Robert has made his. And we're told, by the way, detectives have been able to get back about.
Now, tell me, after hearing her story and knowing what's going on, what would you do? I'm curious. You turning the money in or you keeping it for yourself? Because y'all already know what I'm about, right? I ain't turning it into nobody. Nope. And the man on there, the lawyer said, well, you have to answer to the IRS if you have a lump sum of money like that. You have to explain where you got it from. Well, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I'm not trying to make any rash judgments right now. All I know is I got $1 million or more in my account. And I'm about to have some fun. Anyways, you know, y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all chose to spend some time with me. And for that, I will always be grateful. So thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the Goodrich Chronicles. I am your host, Anthony Goodrich, signing off.